you guys, but I love horse racing. One, because it's exciting, and two, because I can get rich if I pick the right horses.
It's Fish in the Morning on Radio 104.1.
Although I've never picked the right horses to get very rich, but I had a good Kentucky Derby, and we'll be broadcasting live at Winter Sports Haven down in New Haven on Saturday for the big final race of the Triple Crown, even though there's no Triple Crown horse this year. We're going to be there for the Belmont Stakes, and I have their handicapper, a good friend of mine, Lucky Lou Severino, joining me right now. Lou, thanks for waking up early with us today, my friend.
No problem. Good to be with you.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited to see you again this Saturday for the race, and I'm excited to watch Orb again. Now, you and I talked before the Kentucky Derby. I laid my money on Orb, and I won. Do you think I'm going to have a chance to duplicate that this weekend at the Belmont?
I think definitely you will, because as we talked about before the Derby, one of the big unknowns for Orb was, could he handle a sloppy track? And by the looks of the weather out there last night and what we're supposed to get later today and tomorrow, it's going to be another sloppy track at Belmont. So I think we know that question has been answered. He didn't run a good race at all in the Preakness. Wasn't the right kind of race setup for him. I think it's going to be a much better setup tomorrow, and I'm looking for a bounce-back effort from Orb on Saturday.
Okay, well, now we were talking about the weather, and we think Orb's going to run good in that, but we're talking about the distance here. This is the Belmont. This is the longest race these horses are going to run, and it's also Orb's home track, if you will. If Orb were Derek Jeter, they're playing at Yankee Stadium on Saturday. You know what I mean? Is pace making the race here? There's that old saying about the Belmont that pace makes the race because it's such a long race.
Yeah, that's actually true probably in 75 to 80% of horse racing in general, even your run-of-the-mill everyday races. And in the Preakness, the setup was there wasn't much early speed, and the only horse that went for the lead was Oxbow, and he was able to go all the way, cruise around the track. I don't think that's going to be the case Saturday afternoon at Belmont Park. There's a couple of other early speed horses, some new shooters, if you will, entered in the race, and I think you're going to see a much more faster, contested pace, and I think that's going to set it up for some come-from-behind runners, and I think Orb is one of the horses that's going to benefit, but I think there's a couple of other price horses in the race, and I think that's the way to look if you're really looking to make a nice, cash a nice ticket on the Belmont.
All right, we're talking to Lucky Lou Severino, the handicapper for Winter Sports. He's got 15 locations in Connecticut. He's got a lot of work, but this is his, big time of year. This is when the money is on the line. So, Lou, give me a long shot here. Give me a horse that I could put $10 on and maybe take home a nice penny with.
Well, I think there's two. The one, I'll give him in order the way I like them. The 3-horse Overanalyzes, 12-1 on the morning line, and he's another New York-owned and based horse. He won his only previous start at Belmont Park. Didn't run as well in the Derby, but he's shown he can handle an off-track. And I think Overanalyze, the 3-horse, is a price horse you can use maybe to bet him alone or also in an exacta box. That would be my recommended bet. Use an exacta box with 3 horses. I would use the 5 Orb, the 3 Overanalyze, and then the 14-horse Golden Soul. He was the long shot that really made the big payouts possible in the Derby. That race kind of knocked him out. So what they did a smart thing. They rested him. He has not run since Churchill Downs. He's been rested, and it looks like he's been working out pretty well in the last week or two, and I'm looking for him to bounce back. He has kind of a plodding style. He's one of those horses who'll just stay at the back of the pack and then kind of rumble up there for maybe second or third. But I think if he can get in there in the top 2, you're going to look at another nice payout. He's 10-1 in the morning line. He might even go off a little bit higher. So I would use those 3 horses, the 5 Orb, the 3 Overanalyze, and the 14 Golden Soul in an exacta box.
Lucky Lou Severino. Lou, we'll see how lucky you are on Saturday. I'll see you at Winter Sports Haven. We'll be there broadcasting live from 4 to 7. I hope you'll come on the radio with me again there to give people another pick after the lines change. But we're looking forward to a fun Belmont Stakes this year. Horse racing is one of the most exciting sports on the planet. I hope this promotion we're doing gets more people into it because it's exciting, it's fun, and you can have a great time, and you can even get rich, Lou.
And especially on a rainy day, where would you rather be? Be in a nice location, nice and dry, and having a good time and watching the race and hopefully cashing some tickets.
That's what it is, Lucky Lou Severino. He's the handicapper for Winter Sports. Lou, we'll see you on Saturday.
See you there.
The last leg of horse racing's Triple Crown is happening on June 8th. It's the 2013 Belmont Stakes and Connecticut's Alternative Rock. Radio 104.